Hey guys, Angela here, and today I'm going to share with you guys how to make a stupidly simple homemade miso ramen. And yes, I'm not making semi-homemade. I'm not using instant ramen and I'm elevating it. I'm making everything from scratch besides the noodles, which we'll talk about. It's gonna be super delicious, so let's get it. Let's go. Let me show you the world of making your own ramen at home. The first part of making the ramen, now I'm personally doing this in 2 days just because time-wise, but you could literally do this all in 1 day. For my first day, I'm gonna be making and showing you guys how to do a ramen egg and the chashu, which actually evidently needs to marinate for an hour or two or overnight. And then the next day, I'm gonna share with you guys how super stupid simple it is to make the miso ramen broth. Okay, we have our pork braising, we got our eggs marinating. That's pretty much it. Like I said, you could do this all in 1 day, but right now I don't have the time at this moment, and I think it's more beneficial for me to have all of this stuff marinated, and then tomorrow I have all my toppings, I make the broth, and that's it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next part of this video, okay? Hey guys, good morning. It's the next day. We're ready to make our miso ramen. Like I said before, you can make this all in 1 day. I chose to do it in 2 separate days just because I like my meat and my eggs to marinate overnight. Before we get cooking, I want to get all my ingredients put together. So here are all the ingredients you'll need to make miso ramen. So a heads up, perfect thing, there are tons of different types of miso you could buy in the market. It's really up to you. There's no wrong one, but especially if you're into miso soups or miso in general, I would definitely try out, you know, buy one, and then the next time you buy miso, buy a different one so you know which type you like. I like this one. This was actually recommended by Just One Cookbook. I'll put her link down below. As you can see here, it says like #1 on it, and it's really good. It's like funky, it's deep. I think this has to be the best miso I've had for soup making. Another very important ingredient is chili bean sauce. This is what, the one that I bought. This is the Lee Kung Ki brand is very accessible. You could really buy this in any, now probably any grocery store in the Asian aisle. If not, go to the Asian store, just screenshot that. That's what it looks like. Okay, so at this point you want to taste your broth, and you probably see like there's chunks of sesame seeds. It's because I didn't properly grind my sesame seeds, but that's okay. We're fine with that. So let's taste it. So basically we're gonna taste if it needs salt, more sugar. Okay, so while the broth is cooking down, we have our toppings from yesterday. Remember the pork? Totally solidified, but we're gonna take a piece, we're gonna warm it up. You have a couple options with your chashu. Either you could cut it up like this. And remember, like I said, I'm gonna warm this up. And when it's like cold like this, it's easier to cut. Okay, and then remember our marinated ramen eggs. And then you could see they've taken the color. Perfect. Oh my God. Look at that perfect, kind of custardy but not too runny egg. And here are the ramen toppings. So now that you have your toppings, you have your broth, it's time to cook the ramen noodles. Ramen noodles need a lot of space to boil, so you want to use the biggest pot you have and don't salt the water. Typically you could buy fresh noodles from your local Asian market, but if you can't do that, you can buy dry ramen noodles. And no using any of that instant ramen stuff. Though it's delicious, we're already committed in making the broth, the toppings. Get some good ramen noodles. Finally done doing all of this. It really didn't take that long. Our ramen's right here, as you saw in the photo. So when you're eating ramen, the most appropriate thing to do is to drink the broth first, because you really want to, that's where all of the hard work and flavor is. So let's taste it. Oh, and it's spicy, just how I like it. And then the noodles. Nice and chewy. Let's taste our chashu. I have the ramen egg right here. Look how gooey it is. Tastes so much better than packet ramen. You guys have to try this recipe. I'm gonna link the recipe and the blogger who inspired me to do this down below. She has a ton of different Japanese recipes. So worth trying. I've tried almost every single one, but this is it. I'm gonna continue eating this ramen, go about my day. Don't forget to subscribe and like to this video if you love ramen like me, or well, just me. I'll catch you guys to the next video. Take care. Bye.